Hey guys, welcome to Dr.Starcraft, where we're going to help you guys get better at this game and point some things out that they're doing wrong and maybe help them improve a little bit. So here's the blue Protoss. Up on top is Locutus, and we have the red Protoss here on the bottom, MenestrockX. Okay, so this map is Scrap Station, and the thing to point out about Scrap Station is this long rush distance. You'll see here, you have to go around the almost the entire map, but there are destructible rocks in the middle to help cut that down. So yeah, and I'm joined here by my good friend who's going to help me co-cast this game.
Hi guys.
So yeah, we're going to get started here. Both players are spawning as Protoss. This is a PvP. We'll see what they're doing. They're choosing not to wall in here. A lot of players you'll see wall in here. Personally, I don't like walling in.
I personally don't too, especially if it's a PvP. And partly because you kind of want to just guard your probes and stuff, and usually it helps you not wall in, and by building the pylon next to your nexus, and it actually helps with timing. You don't have to actually compensate by sending the probe to the choke of your base just to build the pylon. You could just build it right before it reaches 100 next to your nexus, so that you don't waste time.
Yeah, both players throwing down that for the first gateway. Locutus here is scouting first. He spent a lot of time at this destructible rocks. Maybe he's going to put down a proxy. Their builds are basically identical here, except Locutus has chosen not to get that early gas up. Most of the time you get that early gas so you can get warp gates out as soon as possible.
But it seems like the red Protoss is opting not to mine his gas. And I think it may be a misclick. He just forgot about it, maybe just because of the micro. But yeah, he should be utilizing the money spent on the gas geyser.
Yeah, you really don't want to waste making that gas geyser so early.
Yeah, I know, and then you just wasting.
There you go. He's putting his probes in there. A little late, but I mean, it's not that bad considering how Locutus hasn't even started working on it. So he still has a little bit of a lead on that. Both players getting out that first zealot. Especially in Protoss versus Protoss, I like getting out that first zealot. I know a lot of players like to just chrono boost out a stalker once you get your cybernetics core up.
But then they can't really do this right now, because then they just, I don't know if they forgot to mine gas or they forgot to get their gas, but it seems like it was a little bit late on the gas. I guess my assumption is it would be a more zealot heavy build.
Okay, so it looks like warp gate is starting for our red Protoss down here. Our blue Protoss has not yet started it, even though he has enough gas for it. He should really be starting that soon.
So take note, the blue Protoss made a second geyser, and he wasn't mining again for the second geyser. Now he is now.
I think this is way too much gas this early. He should really be focusing on building more gateways.
No, either building more gateways or teching up, because then usually you get the second geyser, and if the opponent scouts it, that means it's tech build. It's a tech build. So apparently the red Protoss is chrono boosting his gateway units, trying to macro up, catch up on the macro.
It looks like this can either be a 3-gate robo or just a standard 4-gate. I'm still not sure what that is. It could be a 2-gate robo or something else.
I actually think that it's just going to be a 3-gate, considering he didn't put this 4th gateway down in time.
Also, look at the building placement as this 4th gateway goes down. So this is a 4-gate from the red Protoss.
It seems late.
It seems a little late. The timing is a little late. You usually want to get all 4 gateways done around 6 minutes.
Because the thing is, a 4-gate is an all-in attack, and to execute it, you really have to plant this gateway at the same time, or almost at the same time, so that when it pops out, it could warp into the gateways.
Yeah.
To the warp gates.
The thing is, though, in my opinion, the 4-gate isn't an all-in attack, but it will put you severely behind if you get stopped, because then the other player can just tech up or counter right away.
Well, what I meant about the all-in attack is once you go 4-gate, it's supposed to be like you're supposed to utilize all the gateways, and then in doing that, you would probably cut some probes, probably pull a probe to plant a proxy pylon to it's a rush thing. So yeah, I do disagree with you. It is an all-in attack, but it would seriously harm their economy, and if it does fail, they're on catch-up.
Yeah. And looks like it is going to be a 3-gate robo for the blue Protoss. So we'll see where this goes from here. This red Protoss should be charging out soon. Let me point out that I don't like this pylon placement. He should really be putting those pylons around his base so he can sort of get and extend his vision.
Yeah.
Also, anything with splash damage here would just, like a Colossus, would just take that out. It looks like he is opting to go for these rocks.
And do take note that the red Protoss, yeah, the red Protoss is actually, he didn't even leave his base when he warped his units in.
Okay. Also, he should be moving this. See how this sentry is getting stuck and these Zealot is not even doing anything. It would help him really cut down these rocks a lot faster as more warping units come in here. We have an observer coming out for the blue Protoss. He should be seeing this 4-gate and he should be prepared for it as long as he gets this immortal out, which he is.
I really think that the red Protoss is behind in tech. And a 4-gate, and he's taking a while doing this just because...
Yeah, this 4-gate is way delayed. The proxy pylon, this could go down maybe up here. I would put it more up here or maybe in these gas geysers so the opponent cannot even see them.
And so let's check up the blue base. Does he even have enough units to even though it's a failed 4-gate? I'd say it's a failed 4-gate. Now he's lacking the units and he doesn't even see the
well, he has a ton of minerals and gas. I think he should be making another immortal and even get up some sentries so he can block off this from force fields here.
I think he's just lacking macro. Here we go. There's a push right here.
Here goes the big push.
He just realizes that
he realizes that he's super behind.
Force field. Oh, he just picked off the sentry.
Check out the APM tab. Both players around 24 APM, pretty average APM.
I think this demise for the blue Protoss is partly because he didn't scout it. He just didn't see it. He had the observer. He didn't keep track of the rocks. At least the least you can do is
where is
put
that
a
observer
pylon.
now? The observer is just chilling in the base. He didn't even see anything going on. Let's check the vision of Locutus here. Yeah, he didn't even see this 4-gate coming. And there's a GG, and there he is.
He just left the game.
Oh, that is. Looks like he's super pissed off about that.
So
even the probe getting in on the action.
So what do you think about?
Okay, so as we watch this last battle, my thoughts about this battle was, I think that the blue Protoss just really didn't robo or even a 2-gate robo or 3-gate robo. You usually see them fast expand, and with this map with the long rush distance, and he still had to break down each one of these rocks, and he would have had time to set up an expansion or at least get more units, more units. He just did not get enough units.
But the thing is, the difference between other commentators and what my friend here is setting up the channel of DrAZNstarcraft, it's just that we're like catering mostly to the lower tier players, the people that actually started learning. And it's not like when you match a Masters player against a Bronze player, sometimes there are times where the Masters player will be caught off guard because then usually the builds in the Bronze level or the lower tier levels are just like, rush builds, or at least not just rush builds, but like builds that actually are a little more aggressive rather than the finer things like micro and timings and stuff. And I just think that the blue Protoss just was caught off guard, didn't scout, and the money he had in the bank, he just didn't macro. And like some faults from the red Protoss, he didn't. I think he just. Wait, what do you think then for the red Protoss? Because then I seem to be talking more of the blue Protoss.
Well, we talk more about the blue Protoss because he lost the game, but I mean the red Protoss, I think he would have been better served. It would have been quicker to make this trip around the bases
rather than killing
the rocks. I think this pylon places, even though he never used it, for a 4-gate, I mean, sure you can warp in units here, just warp in units, but I mean there's still a walking distance to get up into the main.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think putting it here would have been better. Anywhere, the closest place you can put it where it's safe and where you can warp in units as quickly as possible to reinforce your army. I think that's really important.
And just my last thought, I guess, about this, and I agree with you, Chris. I think using the rocks and destroying it for the 4-gate, I think it's not the fastest way to do the 4-gate rush. And I think if he went around, even the long rush distance, even if he just had the pylon, made the trip around the watchtower or whatever, he could have planted the proxy pylon there and warped units there. But nevertheless, it worked out with him, and I guess partly because of luck. Because then if the blue Protoss had the pylon just right behind the rocks on his side, then he would have spotted this.
So, final thoughts, blue Protoss, what do you think?
Blue Protoss, you have to work on macro, using your money. using Chrono Boost, definitely Chrono Boost.
And scouting.
And scouting. Just because you have an observer doesn't mean you have to go send it all in the base. You kind of have to like be aware of. You have to look first, like where the army is and what he's intending to do. It's just that I can't blame you. It was just the wrong time, you know.
Yeah, and if you have this observer just sitting here, if you have an observer here and you don't see an army and it's this late into the game, you gotta search for that army.
Yeah, because then you never know. It's probably in your door already.
Okay, so Red Protoss, what can we figure out here? What are your thoughts?
Red Protoss, I think, well, at first, I mentioned that he was going to go 3 gate, and he's kind of late on the 4th gate, so I even concluded that he's probably not going to go 4 gate, but he did anyways. And I think that he should work on the timings for the 4 gate, because it was a little off, I guess, and given the fact that maybe his warp technology was a little late, but yeah, he did a 4 gate, but a little slow, but it still worked out. But yeah.
For me, the most glaring weaknesses for the Red Protoss is, again, the late push, the late 4 gate, also the decision to destroy the rocks, as well as his building placement. Having them all bunched together like here, you really want them kind of spread out to maybe even hide your 4 gate. If someone comes in, someone scouts up here and sees this 4 gate, then it's, you know, it's done. You want to kind of hide your build, and also using your chrono boosts. So yeah, that's the end of this cast for now. Look forward to more videos, you guys. Send us a replay if you're a player that needs help and wants help on some stuff. And send us a replay. It's on our profile. Email's on the profile. And yeah, look forward to it.
Comment, rate, and subscribe, please. Thank you.
And also, you guys, if you guys see something that we don't see, if you guys see a problem with them, you know, post it down at the bottom. Be nice about it. You know, we're all here to help each other out. All right. See you guys later.